lóṣooṣù fún ìdí ọdún kan oṣù tó nílẹ̀ tiẹ̀ náà kọ́ máa yọ̀ lóní fàlàlà ẹ̀yẹ tí ó ṣe bí ọ̀pọ̀ sí nígbó Square Exodus aṣíwájú ta properties ìpínlẹ̀ yìí àti gbogbo agbègbè rẹ̀ ẹ máa kàn sí wọn ní Afọlábí shopping complex àdójúkọ Winners Chapel inú wọlé ní New Gidi Road Ìlọrin ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ìlú Èkó wà ní 08052436905 àti 08032604313 Square Exodus all about land.
Baby, good morning, baby. How are you? Sorry, I'm trying to place my phone. So, good morning, baby. Yes, you. Good morning. We are going to be doing review of the newspapers very soon. Here comes the hot step back. Akagun, do you know that song? Here comes the hot step back. She doesn't like that. In the Cameroon, we like it. How you doing? I'm with the new. Put it. See, everything here is a stand against this. It's even better, you know, to focus on you like this directly. In the motor, go to one. Arike, Oriade. Birthday, we are going online. I mean, on air, so I won't be able to talk while I'm on air. Sorry about that. Like, I won't be able to talk to you.
National Assembly waiting to assume federal government issues. 3,500 foreigners embrace federal government amnesty over expired visas. Senate constitutes 12-member ad hoc committee on alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria. Federal government claims mathematics no longer compulsory for arts candidates. Yes, on that note, I welcome you to another session of today's review of news, headlines, and editorial plus analysis on SOB 101.9 FM in London. I'll bring you different headlines from different nationals. I'll consider also stories of national import as we delve into analysis, giving you a preferred solution to some of the problems or challenges of revealing a great nation, Nigeria. I'm Jerry Joe, and this morning I have the privilege to have in the studio with me a big auntie, Ayobola Ayla Aliu. And good morning to you. I'll begin here. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning to you, big brother, as well. I can't let you escape. Good morning. You know, your voice is so bold that I cannot just tell you that you're a small brother. You're a big brother as far as I'm concerned. So you're welcome.
That's prophetic.
Yeah, so you're welcome. It's actually always a pleasure to be with you. Like you have rightly said, I am Ayobola Aliu. You know, it sounds...
Yeah, it sounds cool. It sounds cool. Yeah, it sounds biggish as well.
Yes.
And also in the house this morning, we have analyst and the man and one only battalion in his own... it's an arena. Let's just introduce our analyst in the house, Radio General, talking about, I wanted to say doctor, but I will say Dari Akumu. Good morning to you, Dari.
Good morning, Jerry. Good morning, Ivola. And good morning to our listeners at home. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning in the city of Ilorin. I hope everyone is actually doing good. Jerry, I see that you're also, fire up this morning.
Well, it's the Lord's doing, and I think it's marvelous in our this beautiful morning. And having you around also, you are a spark, in the room. So I think and that's very much good for us to have energy for energy. Those beautiful movie.
You can see that horror for horror.
E for E. Anyway, by the way, do you notice that's the only one that I've seen wearing gold on his eyes, like gold.
So the man, it's
The
something
man
else
with the
about
golden
it.
shade.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a renewed agenda kind of seriously running through. I believe strongly that he has a lot of hopes. And we're seeing the hopes in Nigeria. Just yesterday, the Super Eagles also, well, we are hopeful that something else good will come out. So it's the season of hope for everybody. And so whatever you're doing this morning, try to keep your hope alive. And that's very much necessary. So let's get started on the note of the stories we have all this come down. A lot of things going on, in our nation. That is another thing to consider to see that the nation is making some progress and some sort. So from this side, I would like to start from the end of my table, but the woman across the table, I think she would like to begin. So,
It's only when you
just
want me
start.
to read. When you are sharing money, you will not remember that. Anyway, let's go ahead and then give us the headlines that we have this morning. I have this big, bold, beautiful. I put beautiful for a reason. Headline here on the front page of Vanguard. It broke yesterday that mathematics, like a credit in mathematics, is no longer compulsory for art candidates as a prerequisite to having admissions in the universities. After reading it, let me sigh.
Let me also do the same thing, because for some of us that actually ran away
Oh, you can
from
say that again.
mathematics,
You can say that again.
pushed out to art class. Since I was in I think JSS class, that I've actually decided my path, that anything that will actually take me in the same path with mathematics, I should actually do everything to actually run away from it. When I was in school, we said, okay, art class, you study law, study history, international relations, or mass communication. I chose mass communication. Why? Because with a pass in mathematics, you don't have a problem. And fortunately, unfortunately, I actually came out with a pass in mathematics.
You see?
No heck. But all of that courses, I actually had my credit. So when I read the story yesterday, I was just like, wow. This
Why
was
did
what-
this happen
This was
that
what I
time?
was actually wishing for during my time. Like, why must it be that as an art student that you don't need calculations to actually carry you just need your thought process, your ideas, your creativity,
Exactly.
which does not require finding X and Y when you can
Pythagoras.
see them.
Pythagoras.
you can definitely see them on your book,
God
and you are
maths.
still being asked to go and steal that X and Y. So when they actually decided that yesterday, I think possibly the minister, maybe some of his little nephews I've been complaining. So when I was just laughing and smiling to myself, wow.
Okay.
This is me like 25, 26
Years ago.
I wish it was during my time.
But are you smiling for your children, right?
Definitely. But I won't be the one to actually decide their part, because my friend didn't decide mine. I was the one that chose what I'm doing. This is what I wanted, and they supported me. So definitely, I'm going to do that for my children too. Whatever it is that they say they wanted, I'll definitely support
We'll still
them.
come back to this.
All right, I think on that note, we'll go very short. When we come back, we consider a part as well to see how important it is to scrap up mathematics for our students in Nigeria. I'll be right back afterward. Please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
I was just laughing.
You
when I
don't
was
need to
doing
learn.
that, please.
You know, but what I would ask, I wanted to ask is that as a parent, with all those assignments that they will bring, that even you don't even
You run away
know
from
the
it.
disgrace that used to give us. That is how can my children bring me Pythagoras theorem? I can't even remember.
I don't even know it.
I didn't know. I didn't know it in the
You
first
can
place.
only remember what you know. How can you remember what you don't know?
But then
My
there's
brother, mathematics is simple now. Then you went to the polytechnic, you did mathematics and statistics.
Wow.
Seriki,
University, you did economics.
go.
Now he's into
Communication.
communication.
The thing here is that if I tell you my story with mathematics, you will laugh. That I knew. That time we used to call it pure arts. Like how can PE be pure arts and mathematics will come in? So I knew right from time. Ever since I was a baby, a child. I've always been a. That's why when they are talking here, I've just said that because they don't know my child. I've always been a debative person naturally. You understand? So every time when there's color. So that from time. I've always been impressed that what I watch India films, even India films, I've always watched the one with legal implications and all of that. So I knew I was going to go into law. So you won't believe that the day in school that we were doing SSC of when we had the mathematics, the day that day we had theory of maths in the morning.
Yeah.
Theory of maths in the morning. Then we now had OBJ of government in the afternoon. Do you get? You know, normally if you want to read, you're supposed to be reading for the first one.
Definitely.
But because I know I was thinking, you know, in my own small way that time, with my small mind, I was, is it normal? I was busy reading OBJ of government because I felt that was more important to my dream than that one.
Definitely.
And of course, I did it. I had serious F9. That was, I now went to start to look for admission. My daddy and my mom, you know, they are academicians. They were telling me that when I now came to in that time, I was looking for admission. I said, oh my dear, without the P at least, you're not going nowhere. Oh God, that was what was responsible for going to Kwara Poly in the first place. That's why I went to do legal studies. I mean, it's actually easy. So and you can't go through life without having it. You understand? So I had to re-register. In my time, my mom was a principal. So when I re-registered, because it was that maths I was looking for, then I now concentrated. I read the maths. I can't believe it. At the end of the day, I came out with a B in maths. So I was like, so I can know maths. Okay, now.
My highest results in mathematics is C5 in NECO. I don't know who wrote it.
Wait, let me just did this never finish it?
NECO.
So I did it. I got a B, right? So fast forward to maybe a year or 2 years later, I found out that I couldn't all those things. I didn't even remember them again. You know why? Then I only read it to pass. Not that so, but you see maths. And then with my mom.
My dad always make fun of me. Okay, are you preparing for mathematics? I'm reading. Do you read mathematics? You don't read it. You solve it. I don't have the power to be solving. Let me just be looking at it like this.
If you know what my mom, in fact, my mom is one of the reasons why I didn't like math. And all my mathematics, I never liked them. Instead, I'll go and like my economics teacher, my government. And it's not the teachers that have the problem. Some of them are so fun, but the subjects, my mom, it's the mathematics. You know, she will give me, she's the teacher, or she was a teacher rather. So today now she say how many meters make 1 meter, how many centimeters she teach me today. So normally now when we come back from school earlier than she does. So when we now come back, me, I've always been a rebel. I will go and climb trees with the boys and everything. So but for us when we're on the tree, if your mommy is coming at the roundabout, you will see a car. So immediately I saw car because I know the first thing she will ask me when normally you go and meet your parents now when they come. She will first ask you how many meters make 1 meter. So I knew it was going to happen. As I was jumping from the tree when I saw her, that scare. See, I jumped and I hurt myself. He has always been there forever. For you to know that I have a history with maths.
Mommy, there's no meter.
Anytime she asks me, it always comes as a surprise. I would have forgotten. There's no way. My mom didn't give me road though. Yeah, for maths.
It's not easy actually. For mathematics, I always run away from it.
But
whenever, because when we finish secondary school, it's okay. At least you've written your wife, you'll be able to teach your junior ones. I always ask them, go and bring your English textbook, go and bring your government. I can't know. Maths, no, you come back to the mathematics later. We'll never go there.
That announcement I made for teachers, it's maths that you are looking for. That you had just now. Hey Jerry, did you do science?
Yeah.
You even look like somebody that you look like somebody that do
the science training.
Chemical.
Mathematics. When we were still in secondary school, I'm in art class. Now to science class. While we are playing, if there is a free period, our free period, maybe we might be playing 10 minutes, play football in class. If there is a free period and you go to science class, you see them solving mathematics. Come, guys, what's wrong with you guys? Don't you have time to play? This thing they are doing is fun, eh?
Yeah.
Mathematics is fun. How can mathematics are fun? They in the same sentence. How? This cannot be.
Had a friend in university, female. She actually wanted to do another course. They give her mathematics.
No.
So when they give her
mathematics should be made compulsory for people that need it.
Exactly.
Not people that does not have anything to do with it. Since I have been told to be looking for X, Y, and Z, I've never used X, Y, and Z to do my job that I'm currently doing.
Up to now, I don't even know where X lives.
Back in where X is or are or where they have been staying, the people that are looking for them should go out and be looking for them. For me, X and Y is there inside the textbook.
I said the only X and Y I know are X and Y chromosomes.
So this time you go and be looking for X that I can see in the book. Again, our teacher will now give us, they call it math vigil. Some of us that are poor in mathematics, imagine, will now give me 60 questions that you go and solve and bring the answer tomorrow. So they call it
So
math
why will
vigil.
you like it?
Mr. Jakwe, I don't know if you are watching this morning. I love you, but see that math vigil. No. How will you give me mathematics in the morning? Just say, Daddy, you don't do your lessons. You have to be looking for X and Y, and I can see in this book. So I don't need to be looking for it. Anyway, you know.
When I read it, I was so happy. You know, actually my son is in science. SSK, Ekabo Shidadalewa. You know?
Back in though. See.
Good morning, ma. Emma binu gbogbo time mi just man mi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí online.
I'm so happy that this yesterday. It's like the news was. I don't mean they've not cancelled it. The moment I was made the Minister of Education,
You would do it.
that was one of the points. You see, mathematics for people that need it. If you don't need it, what then is? I think it's only in Nigeria that we actually do courses that we don't.
Yes.
Fine, they say we should have general knowledge, but there are some
Is it
things
time?
that
Is it
general
time?
knowledge.
Okay. SSK. Everyone, 1 minute.
Yes, you're welcome back from that break and it's today's review of news headlines and editorial plus analysis on Sunday 101.9 FM. A lot of people went on break. We're looking at an issue, and I think other people in the house, a lot of Nigerians also actually yesterday they were celebrating and they heard the news that mathematics is no longer compulsory for art students. But we'll look at some other side of it. Not to say that mathematics has a way of increasing the thinking and also raising capacity of the brain and some sort. Because it's like you're going to the gym and you carry some weight, and eventually it gives you a stronger muscle and the like. So I think the second mathematics actually does that.
You mean despite the fact that we already did quantitative aptitude in primary school?
No, but actually, you know, even before now, for students that's actually wanted to study mass communication, you know, since time immemorial, mathematics is only pass for fine. They always say 5 credits and then pass.
Yes.
They always mention that
least
for mass communication student and also some other courses. But you know, if you actually look at it really, there are so many courses that calculation is actually not even major part of it. Finally, it's fine. When I did my MSc, if you are even studying mass communication, there are still some courses in statistics that you actually do. Fine, it's actually good if you have this knowledge, but you know, so many people have actually lost an opportunity to go to the university
Because of that.
earlier because of not having credit in mathematics. And possibly, have they been, those people have been admitted with pass. You know, it's not that possibly you are not good in mathematics, you are a dumb person. No, mathematics is not the only way of life. Fine, they might say in everything that you do there is calculation, but there is near maths, there is further maths. if there is any word like that, you know, there is pure maths, and you know, there are the peripheral. You understand? Basic thing is to have a basic knowledge, which we have done from the primary to secondary school, like I will say.
Not even just
just
from just one, just two, just three.
Quantitative reasonings, you know, simple calculations,
general,
which you can actually, for example, now for someone I'm talking to. I'm very, very poor in mathematics. It's one of the subjects that always make me cry.
We can feel your pain and your joy this morning.
And I always run away from it. I see mathematics as something that I can never, is like an obstacle that I can never, no matter how hard I try. You know, and there are so many people like that. Not that we are not done. But you see me, you cannot tell me that.
Ní owó èlé ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí iye tó ń tà lọ́jà ẹ lè lọ sójú òpó ayélujára cdk.app ẹ lè kàn sí wa ní nọ́mbà 2 Ọ̀túnọlá Adébáyọ̀.
That's the Nigerian spirit.
Yeah, really.
You mean say you get money, you say you go form. It shows, yes now. It shows that it's a street boy. You see what the street does for you. That's a street boy. You know, as a street boy,
I don't know. Are you Dorcas daddy?
What it takes to actually, you know.
Are you the Dorcas daddy?
You have that zeal, you have that charisma, you have the panache.
Yes.
Actually, guys, I do this.
No, the
that
reason
means?
is that my daughter
Guys,
uses this phone,
you
my
can
phone
actually do
sometimes.
this.
It's called
Let's go.
Red Dorcas.
See the way it was. Understand? So such people, you need such people in your team. Let's find and tell you that this is a big hurdle.
No.
Semantics.
But if you are her dad, I'm just trying to explain that may be the reason why the number is back.
Mom, you had milk. No need to. Taste it and see why. Wow, but how? Is it milky? Yes.
That would be my baby.
Creamy? Yes. That's Milo 3
She
in
may be
1
trying
milky
because she and her
for you.
friend
It's so
Dorcas, they've
milky.
been talking
I
on
don't
the
need
phone.
to add
I think they are
more
studying
milk.
together.
Mommy?
They are doing because they have a test.
Milky and creamy. It's
Mm.
truly milky.
So maybe it's your daughter that. Sorry,
Yeah, I'll send it
it's
to
your
you.
daughter that gave that.
Energy to go further. Are you ready?
No, I don't know. Then that's what the person that is looking for. Anyway, I will check, but I have not been calling you.
Accredited by the National Universities Commission, NUC is now admitting students to its various programs. Our faculties include Faculty of Science.
Well, if he calls you the next time, maybe you should pick it. If he calls you the next time, you can just if they call you the next time, you can just pick up the call.
Officially enlisted on the JAMB portal. It's now easier to make it your first choice of institution.
Wahala.
For the post
All right.
admission process. Above all, university is offering open discount on tuition fee on all courses located at Okyo
I will ask them.
Log on to www.aatu.edu.ng or call.
Well, don't worry. I would ask them when I see them. I'm actually on air now, so I just
But
want
what is
to know.
lower on break now? How are you talking about?
AAT
This
University
contributes
of
to
Brightman, Oxford Province University for global citizenship.
You see, these are our children. My daughter, there's one girl she talks to in the school. One man maybe she's talking about assignment and stuff. So children, the same way they do to me too. That's how their friends have been calling me too. They don't have their own number, so they'll just be giving them your number, sharing your number anyhow. That's what's happening.
So you don't have to speak with our friend.
So she's not even been calling per se. She has been flashing the daddy. So the man said, every time, even before he picks the phone, before we be up, I said, it's my daughter. That's why immediately he said it. I knew. Because it happens to me too. You think it's an important call, you immediately just call it back, or you are running from the kitchen doing something important. You think you have an important call. You just pick the call and say, hello, please, so angry. Because they know your number, they just share it to all our friends. Like, if you want to talk to me, call my mom. And then they will flash. They will now use their own parents' phone also to still be flashing. Sometimes some don't even wait. They will think it's a minute before I say hello. Really, I pick because they say, come back. You understand? No. That's what the man is saying. He's angry. I said, no, that is your daughter.
This one you share Coke and Fanta today. What's the album? My guy.
SSA, like I was saying, sometimes the mind bad mistake, but it's been down by me. Oh, mind the kid, our project, we are going to learn damn. No, now they are.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
They are all different networks.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
I mean, different sounds. Yeah, this is YouTube. This is TikTok, Nigeria.
So YouTube now does live.
Since time immemorial, I didn't even wait for you to reach 500. To get about the children. Then the good thing about them,
by Facebook Kini. That
one is common.
There's over several ladies. Since I start company.
Okay, have you paid on the platform? You have to pay. Is it your own thing?
Yeah, that thing. And like I have to pay.
One man said now, you need to pay
like
I don't know any amount. Sorry, maybe you got it from either certificate level. People. Well, before you put your tax, I think they will write it there that payment has been made.
Yes, you're welcome back from that break, and it's today's review of news headlines and editorial personalities and so the ones that are 1.9 of them a lot of look at different stories, national reporters, preferring solutions to all the problems or challenges prevailing in a great nation Nigeria. And Jerry with me has been a big auntie, Ayebola Aliu, and the Radio General, Dari Kogo. And before we went to break, we were looking at the issue surrounding mathematics described for being compulsory and not for a student in Nigeria. And on that note, moving on to another story this moment and to see what is going on in our nation. There is this bold headline right here, and it's still related to education of some sort. National Assembly wades into ASU federal government dispute. And we saw that on Monday, the ASU started their 14-day warning strike. And they gave 14-day ultimatum earlier before they went into strike. And now the strike is done. That is why we're saying that the federal government and other parties, the Department of House of Assembly, and the likes, coming out now to mediate between them. Why didn't you do that earlier? And when are we going to when it comes to education in Nigeria? Dari, I'd like you to control.
I actually don't really know what to say. The issue of ASU and the federal government have actually failed all known prognoses, and I really don't know why it is hard for the government to actually implement an agreement which was signed with the union since 2009. Now, if there are any issues, I believe I really don't know the box stop with the government. There is an agreement in place. Even if possibly there are issues that needs to be reviewed in that agreement, it should also have been done. Call these people to one table. This agreement signed in 2009, based on one or two or three. Now, I don't think we'll be able to actually implement this. We need a review. Not as you just ask them that, okay, I don't worry. No, there's an agreement in place. There needs to be a roundtable discussion. There needs to be a workable solution. Agree to both parties, to actually because every year, fine, I think from the beginning of this administration, ASU strike have actually not been the way it actually used to be. There was a time when ASU have gone on strike for like 13 months, 6 months, 9 months. When I was in school also in last school, I think like almost a year strike of ASU, which has made, but since in recent times, these strikes have actually reduced due to improvement in their pay. But see that agreement of 2009, those promises that were agreed, because during that agreement, I don't think either of the party put a gun to the head of the other that this agreement must be signed. The agreement has been signed, it must be implemented. If it can be implemented due to one or two things, then there is a need for a review that will be agreed by both parties. Not that one party will be trying to show that I'm the government, I have all the power, I have all the things, I have the power to dictate or to decide. No, since that agreement is a binding document, it must be reviewed. One party cannot say no. ASU also has its right to say that this agreement must be implemented. And if it cannot be implemented, then there should be a roundtable to agree on what can be and what cannot be implemented. We cannot be, every day be saying that ASU is threatening the federal government, and if you read it through it will be based on the agreement signed in 2009. So when we sign an agreement you don't want to implement, and if the government is saying that they are not going to sign it, government is always continue both the assets and the liabilities.
Exactly.
So something must actually be done. There is a problem. The solution is also there. Then we must actually apply the solution. We cannot be doing the same thing and be expecting a different result. No, even if they say appeal to them, we'll do this after 3 months. If they don't, they'll still go back to strike. So why don't just do this one and for all and forget about the issue of ASU strike? Then you stop with another thing. That 2009 agreement must actually be implemented or be reviewed.
Okay, now Akogun, you see, how do you actually react to the fact that they're asking for the head counts of people, of those workers who do not come to work, demanding that from their VCs as the vice chancellors, knowing fully that they are the ones not implementing what was agreed.
You see, that's what I'm saying. These things actually means a roundtable discussion are not go. Both the ASU and federal government is doing. Saying that it should be looking for headcount to implement their no work, no pay. This cannot work. There are international treaties that were signed by Nigeria. ILO, Nigeria is signatory to all these labor treaties that on no account that the worker that is on strike over legitimate reason. What is legitimate demand for their welfare And because of that, they went on strike. You cannot punish them based on that. It didn't say it's signed. Maybe article, maybe something like something. I'm not too certain now, but no, just there is signature. So that can't really work. Instead of saying that no work, no pay, because there will not be work. That was what happened in 2020 that made ASU went on strike for almost 9 months. Fine, exactly. The COVID-19 issue also came up, but those COVID-19, we know that that was the time that virtual classes actually gained momentum across the world, which is actually the mainstay of some universities now. You understand? So during those times, even during the virtual, they were not working because of the fact that no work, no pay. No, the era of no work, no pay is long gone. Whenever there is issue, sit down with them, discuss the problem, work out solutions that is acceptable to both parties. You know, in this kind of thing, both parties actually needs to shift ground. No one actually can understand. You must shift ground because it's not about the future of the country. There are millions of students who are the upcoming generation, who will be the future of this country, and a country that does not educate its populace actually, anything to do. So the federal government, the ASU, actually, as a matter of urgency, come together, sit down on the round table, dot the I's, cross the T's. Both parties should shift ground from where they are, so that they have an agreeable solution to this.
All right, Dario Koko, you were about the federal government, having a play, in this issue. The different causes have come to say that when there is an issue between the federal government and maybe other association, we know that the federal government is a parent body to every other organization or association in Nigeria. But seems that the federal government does want to, most of the time, I believe, doesn't want to shift ground in some ways, and it seems to be superior over all this. And sometimes the effect of such we tell on a common Nigeria. So what do you have to say about this in that regard?
So to me, it's not that the federal government does not actually want to shift ground. It's an African thing that how will you be challenging the constituted authority? You understand? See, I'm of the belief that there is nothing like a young person cannot talk to an elder if the elder has heard. There is no way I'm a worker, you are my employer, and you're not giving me what we agreed upon. There are conditions of service. I'm doing my job. I need to actually be rewarded. It's not a privilege, it's my right.
Exactly.
It's like a contract. I have a contract with you. You give me a job to do, then you must reward me for the job done. Not saying that because you should understand that the country does not have money. No, it's not my business. My business is for me to do my job, and so far I've done my job. Your business is for you to pay or to give me the reward for that job. Not telling me that I should, be sympathetic or should understand. No, it's not about understanding. I've done the job.
All right, on that note of understanding, we'll have to go for this short break. We'll come back for more stories.
Check your phone. I think it's vibrating. No, I know you didn't know because you don't have the head.
I know my phone cannot vibrate. My phone is on.
You see me? I was looking at, because all of them are on no disturb, don't disturb, all of them. I was so concerned though, but I didn't know how to tell you because it was talking. FEC Kini, you can remove vibration. Let me see.
Chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go. New Maggi chicken flavor.
Dada.
It's not Dada, it's Negro.
You are the one producing Dada as your unit. Are you giving? No, Dada.
You still have more.
Sorry, myself. It's not in the program with Keshi.
Yes.
But Keshi, what's the change?
Why did you remove it? He just left our party without even information.
No. Let's leave Keshi. Keshi na Baba.
The network is a bit slow. Don't lose customers to long queues.
You can see my head. You know that something is coming with this head.
Every checkout is fast.
You will not do it. I know you.
It's my way that I won't do it.
Like maybe in the house.
So if I do it, I'll not remove
Website
it.
POS now.
Okay, that will do it. I mean that does it.
Firstbanknigeria.com.
Come on, say that
First,
thing.
get your
I mean,
POS.
whatever it is, the style that she
Yes.
chooses.
First Bank branch.
Whatever style she chooses.
No, leave it like this.
Especially now.
No, yeah, please. You are looking handsome.
It's me and my wife that decided, leave your hair, don't cut it again.
Don't cut it again. I'm doing that now. I'm not gay. I'm not doing that. You are looking handsome already.
I don't want to look handsome.
Are you looking outside?
I
Are you
want to
looking
look ugly.
outside? What do you
I
want
want
to?
to look
What do you want to do it for? What else are you looking?
I want to look good.
It doesn't matter. You are looking
You're
good.
looking great.
You
I
must
want
tell
to
us
tell
what
me how
he's
good
looking
I
for,
look.
because you see all these men,
Which man?
when they do
looking
dreads,
for?
listen, married men that will do dreads, they know they are doing it for the younger ones, because they know
You-
that
you
woman
woman.
that will be appreciating.
I
the
was
dread.
in Germany.
You want to do it
I was in
for
Germany.
the eye that you have for the younger ones.
MD of the organization that he has a tattoo that comes from inside of his body to.
That's different.
Sorry.
Now that's their own.
Yeah, so this
We
one.
are in
I'm
Nigeria.
a traditional African man.
Yeah.
During the time of our
Shango.
great grandfather,
Shango used to make-
our hair is part of our culture.
No, not your.
Is
culture.
it? I don't mind. I don't
You
yours.
are not a
Mine.
descendant. You are not a
Mine
descendant
from
of
Okiode. I am.
Ogun.
Yes, my great grandfather
Ogun
are
Nikalam Dimo.
hunters. And what hunters do is Ogun.
But Ogun don't make your
I
hair.
don't want to
Don't
look.
make your hair. I will snap you.
Snap
Do
you.
video on you
And I
and
will
put
change.
you on
And I will
so be
And I will
FM.
change.
God will trend.
And the money
And I
I
will
will
make him a topic. In fact, I will do it on today's
The
video.
money.
Our men, our husbands that are doing dreads. Well, who are you doing it for?
Okay, if it's my wife that is doing